Magna Solar, a leading UK supplier and installer of solar PV systems. Here's a short video showing you one of our installations of a solar PV system from start to finish, giving you an idea of how a solar PV system is installed. On the morning of the installation, our team of MCS accredited professionals arrive on site. First job of the day would be to check the scaffolding which was erected prior to their arrival and make sure it conforms to all the regulations before any work can commence. Before any work starts on the roof, we check for any slipped, cracked or broken slates and replace as needed. This would have previously been highlighted on the initial survey. It is really important at this stage to measure and identify where each bracket for the rails will be placed. The slates that have been identified must be removed with care as they will be reinstalled once the bracket has been fitted. Meanwhile, in the loft, one of our qualified electricians fits an isolator switch and the inverter. A solar inverter converts the variable direct current output of a photovoltaic solar panel into alternating current that can be fed into a commercial electric grid or used by the property. It is a critical component in a photovoltaic system. The bracket is installed using special screws into the rafter of the roof, being very careful not to damage the tiles. Any damaged tiles will be replaced. Once the bracket is installed, it is then made watertight by sealing the bracket with flash lead. Then we carefully reinstall the slate for a complete flush, watertight finish. Each bracket stands proud 75mm or 3 inches off the roof. This allows air movement under the panel and also allows light to be reflected to the underside of the panel, as some panels will use this reflective light. With all the brackets now securely in place, we proceed installing the aluminium rails ready to mount the solar panels on. The rails are then cut to size to get rid of any excess. Solar PV panels are now offloaded from the van. These particular panels are 250 watt LG solar PV panels. As you can see, we have now started to install the solar panels. These panels have to be installed in a particular sequence. The brackets are tightened securely to the panel. When all the panels have been mounted onto the rails, they are then interconnected and all the wiring is then fed into the loft ready to be connected to the inverter later. For aesthetic reasons, end caps are placed on all the rails to finish off the final look. With all the panels now connected, we proceed to install the armoured cabling from the inverter in the loft to the generator meter within close proximity of the current main consumer unit. This meter will provide exactly how much energy is produced from the panels for that particular day. There is also a portable monitoring system available. For electricity safety measures to comply with regulations, an isolation switch must be installed in this area. We test the system to make sure the panels and inverter are operating as they should. This particular system comes with a Bluetooth monitor. This is now being synchronized with the inverter in the loft. Final system checks will now be completed. 1. Electrical safety and system isolation. 2. System tested to make sure it is operating correctly. 3. Output checked and confirmed. 4. All health and safety labels are applied. 5. The solar PV panel is commissioned. 6. Full site cleanup and PV system handover. When all of these checks are completed, the MCS accredited paperwork will be completed and forwarded on to the customer and the electricity supplier. Call 0800 9 10 11 75. Systems start from as little as £3,995, fully installed.